Okay, so the first one we're just gonna compare your left to right side. Um, you can kind of maybe think about um, why one side maybe is a little bit better because of some differences. Um, so obviously, I think one of the major things different here between this and this is your top arm, um, how collapsed it is.
On this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're getting way less utilization of the inner half in terms of transferring that power properly than you are on this side. This side's definitely quite a bit better in terms of that arm placement through there. I mean, I think where you start is kind of similar height, but it's how you're holding the top arm through the pull.
So it may not be the weakness, it's just the body.
How you're utilizing the body.
Okay.
So let's match up.
I'm not as rotated though on the right as much as I'm on the left.
Yeah.
Because you see more of the back.
Yeah.
When I'm on the left than the right.
But I think to a degree, you don't want to over rotate to the point where your shoulder gets too far back, like behind your head. So in a sense, like you want to rotate. I mean, we'll bring up the other video in a second, comparing it to me as well. I also slightly purposely tilted the camera slightly this way so that I could, because I think when Laura recorded me, it was slightly that way. So I wanted it to be more apples to apples. But I don't think camera angle will make up that much difference that we're seeing here. But that could also indicate that you're twisting enough where you can really get core power, but also get inside half activation a little bit better. Let's see if there's any major differences between the pull. So obviously we already, I think, I don't know if it just boils down to that top arm. Like that's pretty large difference between that and that, right? And I don't know if that is, it seems like that's one of the major differences between the two here. Because how you are untwisting and sitting up through that pull looks fairly similar. You do at the end of on your right side. It seems like you. Well, maybe both sides you do. You do kind of sit up at the end.
I think I sit up better though on the right. It's because when you talk about that lift,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh yeah, I do recall something to that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't do it on the left if at all. Because you can feel it. Because literally, it's like the spine does this kind of like lift.
Yeah.
But I don't think I do it on the left.
Yeah, it seems like the major difference, because even through this portion where you're getting into your toast, you're kind of leaned out. Actually, like position-wise, you're probably leaned out more on the left, so you're taking yourself further out of your power zone on your left side here. If you just, right now, if we look at the relative distance to the paddle.
Oh.
Right?
Okay. Yes. So it's a combination then
of top arm placement and top arm collapsing, and also leaning too much, or leaning too early. I don't want to say too much. I wouldn't say you're leaning too much, actually. You're probably leaning the right amount for the intensity you're trying to go, but you're just leaning too early in terms of where your arms are placed. Okay, so let's go ahead and, well, I think one more thing we can kind of take a look at before we switch to the other comparison video. Let me see if we see that here.
Oh, drawing a line from the ear to the back. I'm probably still leaning too forward, but not as much as the other side.
Yeah, you're still leaning too forward to really be able to put a significant amount of weight transfer. There's like, I think probably like relatively, I'm trying to look at the ear, it's probably moving about the same amount between the two. I was just trying to see if that also added some into it, but probably, yeah, like we already talked about, probably the biggest differences is your right side, you're not quite overreaching at that setup portion or the toast portion. And then your top arm is also not collapsed. So, all right. So